good, everybody? What's good, everybody? This is H from Ace Corner Talk.
Hello, everybody. I'm Queen C.
Just coming to you. Just wanted to drop a little bit on y'all today. Um, just I don't know. We're just gonna get in on this Saturday. Just talk about a few things. Being on the road to success. Ace and Queen C. Just giving you a little bit of content. So we're talking about being on the road to success. Talking about going all the way. How about that? Y'all like that? Going all the way. Being on the road to success.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff that we can talk about when it comes to success. It's a lot of areas in our lives that we experience different things when you think about success. Some people just look at the aftermath, they look at where you are now, but most successful people have a tragic story. They usually come from humble beginnings. They usually have so many different obstacles to overcome in order for them to become successful.
Right, right. I think more or less when you get into a rhythm of being successful in what you do, I think it becomes like a second nature to you. Being successful at what you're doing does not have any one direction you can go in. Being successful can be successful at your marriage, successful at raising your kids. It could be successful at being on time at your job. You could be successful. It's like so many different things you can be successful at,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on where you are in your life, what period in time you arrive at success, it I think it's all about the beholder on how you look at what success really means. It's not that me and Queen C can predict success for anyone and say that what our success would probably mean what your success is, but what we are saying is the actual continuing the continuousness in success, or the stability in being successful in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think that like Ace was just saying, um, when you go through basic things in your life, you can be successful at it. I think that when it comes to things that are important to you, everything is going to come in your way. Every single thing is going to happen to detour you from being successful at it. We can go so many directions when it comes to your everyday life, or when it comes to like goals that's really major, where like when it comes to your career, or if it comes to something that you've been dreaming of your whole life, that you aspire to be one day and that you aspire to do, to better your life and to better your family. If you look at it on that angle, it's so many different obstacles that will come and so many roadblocks. And the number one thing that I've learned on your road to success is you will lose many friends.
Facts.
You are going to lose many friends on your road to success. When I first, and what made me believe this statement that I saw one day on the internet, strolling down my timeline on Facebook, someone said, if you want to know who your real friends are, start your own business. And I said, yes, that sounds about right. So when I started my own business, that's when it became clear. I could only count on one hand how many people supported my business. And it detoured me. It took me off my course. It distracted me so bad because the people that I thought that was on my side, people that I thought really would support me and have my back, they always had something negative to throw in the mix. And me being a sensitive person, I couldn't shake that. I couldn't shake just having someone that you care about and love not support what you're trying to do. So that's one of the main things that I've learned that's going to happen to you on your road to success.
Yeah, that's true. And as I found out being an entrepreneur myself, it was very difficult having dependency, like depending on people and having the right people to trust in your corner. See, a lot of that played a major part in my success as far as my business went, because I had my own carpentry business and was very successful at doing that. For the most part, when being myself, what's up? Peace to you. For the most part, when I was doing it, I had to have the right people in my corner to kind of help me out, because when you have expectations on people helping you in a certain area in your life, you expect them to uphold a certain standard because, basically they'll be representing you to a certain degree. People bring their garbage and their baggage to what you're doing in your life, but to a certain degree, they'll be able to reflect off of you, because not only when people will come with skills, but I found out that they inherit more skills when they come aboard to be a part of a certain regime or a certain work environment. I've taught people at my own job the way I do things, and they found out that the way I do it is a little more easier than they have been doing what they've been doing in the previous time. So that sort of rubs off when you teaching people how to do things. But success, it starts here first. It starts in the mind. You got to know that you're successful. You got to know that once you set out to do something and whatever goal it is, you got to know you're going to accomplish that goal. It does not start with the materials you have.
Right.
Because some people think that you got to have a whole lot to start to be successful. Right. That's not the truth.
Right.
Some people say, well, man, I don't have this or I don't have money. That's not where it starts at.
Right.
Being successful starts in your mind. Then once it starts in your mind, then you'll begin to put it in action once it starts up here.
Yeah.
But the successful part of it is going to be here. The blueprint is here.
Yes, yes. You have to believe it. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you have to believe it first. And it does start in your mind. That's the number one thing that comes when you're doing things is distractions. Because if you don't have a made-up mind, every single distraction is going to turn you away from it. And distractions is number 2. You're going to lose friends. That's number 1. And number 2, on your road to success, you're going to have many distractions. Okay? They're going to come in many forms. They're going to come in the form of people. They're going to come in the form of your everyday life, your job, people that you don't even know, strangers, haters. People going to come out of everywhere just to distract you. And you're going to say, oh, now all of a sudden, this person has a problem with me. I never knew that we even had a problem. Or, something else can transpire in your family life. And it takes your mind completely off of what you set out to do.
Right.
So if you don't have a made-up mind, every little thing is going to make you stop, or it's going to make you hold off a little bit, or put it on a back burner. Or, you know how many years I've been planning? And I'm talking from experience, okay? Right. I'm talking about everything coming in the way, stumbling blocks coming in the way, stopping me. I haven't stopped, but I've been delayed, pushing it back, putting it to the side. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do this for my family. I have to do this for my son. I have to do this for So you can easily put things to the side. You can easily become distracted.
Right, right. And basically, you got to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to be your biggest motivator, because when you look deep beyond the surface, not a lot of people are going to be supporting you.
Right.
Not a lot of people are going to be cheering you on. Not a lot of people are going to be in your corner.
Right.
So you have to be your biggest supporter. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to be your biggest motivator. All of that plays a part in who you are to be and how successful you can be, because your success level can go as high as you want it to go. You know, like I said, I would have never thought I would have been successful with my own business, but you know, once I got into it and started putting Pat to Charlie, I've come to find out it was something worth doing, and it was gratifying.
Pat to who?
Pat to Charlie.
Who's that?
Foot, left and right foot.
What is that?
You don't know what Pat and Charlie is?
No. That's something.
Pat and Charlie.
That's something you just made up.
Well, it works.
I heard of Pat and Turner.
Well, what's that mean?
That's when you walking, when you don't have a car, but you walking everywhere. You walking and you Pat and Turner. You turn the corner. You know, you walking. Pat and Turner.
Well, turn is in the equation somewhere. So yeah, I'm half right.
You have.
I'm half right. So, but if you look,
What?
we ain't arguing like Ike and Tina.
No, we ain't arguing.
Get your hands off me.
What the thing is, you know I can't be on
Get your
here.
hands off me. I'm driving.
You know I can't be on here without laughing.
Come on, I'm
I'm
driving.
sorry.
Get your hands off me. Drive, Miss Daisy. Where's your next turn at? Where we going today, Miss Daisy?
Oh my. Yes. Wow.
Ike got out that limo. He was holding his head. Tina, she was limping.
Yeah.
Oh man, funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, but for the most part, you know, when we begin to fall in line and we start to gravitate toward doing positive things, self-motivation and all these things that play a major part in your success have to be something that's at the forefront, because at the end of the day, if you do not allow yourself the room to be successful, the room to motivate yourself, your career goals will be short-lived.
Yeah.
You know, it will be ended just as quick as you started,
Right.
because not a lot of doors and opportunities are open to people who are not motivated to have their doors open.
Like you doing me last time on the
Come
live
on, man.
stream.
I can't drive, so you're going to make us wreck. You're going to make us wreck, man. So, so a lot of doors won't be open to you if you're not motivated enough to keep your business going.
Yeah.
See, motivation is not just looked through from one lens. Being motivated comes from a whole different, it comes from many different sides.
Right.
But you got to be your first motivation. And if people don't see you motivated enough to do something that you say you wanted to do in the first place, they're not going to support you.
Yeah.
People are not going to support you if you're not motivated for your own goals and for something you set out to do.
Right. And if you are the type of person that has a get rich quick scheme every single year or every single couple of months, you know, after a while, you know, the stuff starts to fall off, you don't follow through with it, they're going to say, I'm not getting involved in this. She got something else going on. He got something else going on. I supported the last thing. That didn't work out. I didn't get my money back. None of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff didn't follow through, so I'm not even messing with that and not messing with her. She didn't do what she said she was going to do. So, I mean, if you're that type of person that never follows through with anything, it's going to be hard when you really don't take your own stuff seriously. people are not going to support it.
Right.
You barely get people to support it anyway. You got people that's going to support you no matter what. That's if you're married, that's going to be your spouse. If it's your if it's your mom or dad, your immediate family, they're probably going to be the ones that support you no matter what. No matter what, because my mother, ride or die, she gonna support me no matter what it is. It could be the craziest thing I ever thought of in my life.
Right.
She gonna support it. But you got other people out there that's looking and watching, and they're not gonna support it if you're not. If you don't have the goal in your mind and you don't set forth to the end and go forward and do it, you're not gonna have anybody on your side at the end.
Right. Right. And to be honest with you. We gotta move when your heart say move. When your heart say move, when your mind say move, you gotta move.
Right.
Don't be the type of person to wait on somebody else to move for you. You got to have the initiative and the fortitude to say, this is my time to move. I believe I'm gonna be effective in what I'm about to do. This is my time to move forward to grab hope of whatever that goal is.
Right.
You could be the only person to determine how far you go with your goals.
Right.
Nobody else is going to be able to depict when you arrive to your goals but you.
Right.
Your business, whatever you want to be successful in, you have to determine that. Yep. Stop looking for other people to drive your vision forward. You should be your main person driving your vision forward. You should be the main person, and you should be able to take your own advice about doing something.
Yes.
You're asking yourself and telling yourself this is the time to do it.
Right.
Some people are scared to take their own advice. They're scared to jump out there. What I heard back in the day when we used to gamble, they used to say, scared money don't make no money. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to use that logic to say, if you don't put into what you want to do, you're not going to reap the benefits out of it.
Right.
Do you like that?
I'm still something lied to say. Let me build off what you just said, Ace.
Oh,
let me build off.
In her logic voice. In her logic voice.
Let me build off what you just said, brother.
Oh, my God.
What you just said was
He said, Shots fired said, scared money don't make no money. You're right.
Yes, but what you just said about following your own advice. You said following your own advice, that is very important because you looking at, you can't see what other people see. You can't see what other people see if you're not, in tune with who you are. Like, people can see what's going on the outside, but you're in your own bubble and you don't see what they see. And if you're not taking your own advice, people on the outside like, brother, sister, you saying all that, but you're not doing it yourself.
Right.
You're not applying it to self. It has to apply to self first.
Right.
Before you can say anything else about anybody else not supporting you, nobody else is standing by you and all of that. First of all, you have to be able to support somebody else other than yourself.
That's true. That's true.
When you go, when you're all about yourself, me, I, and then you wanted somebody else to be on the bandwagon with you. But where were you at when people needed you?
Right.
Where were you at? People remember that. People remember that the relationships that you establish, if you burn all your bridges, you're not going to have anybody to call on later on. So don't burn your bridges. So I wanted to build off of that.
Right.
See, what you say. Yes, I'm cracking myself up. What you said.
Zeus's Flippy said peace and drive safe.
Peace, Flip.
He said peace and drive safe.
Peace. Yes. So we on our way on the road to success. We on our way to a couple of date nights next week. We got some date nights planned, y'all. We gonna be kids free for 1 week. so excited. I'm shouting it to the world. I'm shouting it to the world. We gonna be kids free. We gonna be riding in the whip for real. We probably gonna be on 2 wheels, and we gone. We gone.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have no kids. I'm gonna be in there like this right here. Look, 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 look. Check it out, y'all. Baby, let's cruise away from here. If you want it, you
they don't want to
got
hear
it
that.
forever. I'm gonna be riding.
Flat. They don't want to hear that.
I'm a flat D.
What key was that?
That was the key into this Ferrari
That's
right
the key
here.
to
We out of
success.
it. It's the key to success. It's the key to success. We out of here.
Oh my
Yeah. Logic with that gangster lean. Yeah. Yeah, Logic got that gangster lean.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's my peoples, man. You know we headed down Route 66, man. We out of here. It's time to hit the hills, brother.
Route 66. Hey.
It's time to ride, man. We got to go. You feel me? But actually, we're just talking about, on the road to success. And I know there's a lot of brothers. See, I want to say it like this, and not excluding any races, not excluding any particular gender or anything like that. But on the road to success, I'm talking about my brothers and sisters at this one particular time. My brothers and sisters, I want to talk about it's time for us to move forward with our businesses and ideas and goals, man. It shouldn't be a time when we're sitting back, allowing precious moments of our life moving forward without us getting ourselves involved in some businesses. And man, I mean, come on,
Yes.
Hold on, talk while I answer this text here.
Okay, he's busy answering messages. But so when it comes to success and please, when we say brothers and sisters, we talking about other races included, because I actually have a lot of mixed races, and so do my husband. Have a lot of mixed races in our family and in our bloodline. So I'm gonna make that clear. Yes. So on the road to success, don't mind the distractions, because they're gonna come. Don't mind the friends that you lose, like I said earlier, because you're going to lose them. You're going to have some people to lie on you. You're going to have people to come to just distract and detour you from what you want to do. And you're going to be sometimes your own worst enemy. Sometimes we ourselves can be procrastinators. We can be lazy.
Facts.
We could be stagnant in our mind and our thoughts. We could be not clear about what we really want.
Facts.
So those things can come into play when you're trying to be successful. You have to eliminate, number one, being lazy. Because if you're not going to be willing to put the work in, then you might as well don't even start. Because it's going to be so much to come up against you that you're going to want to quit. And there's going to be some legitimate things that come up. I mean, it's going to be some real things that come up, because you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price to be successful. That's in anything. That's in your marriage. And we could go there. We've been together 17 years and 16 years married. And no, everything has not been easy, and it has not been smooth sailing the whole 17 years. But guess what? In order to be successful, you got to stick in there, and you got to remember why you done it in the first place. You have to remember why you started it in the first place. And if you can keep that in mind the whole ride, it does not matter what comes. It does not matter who comes. You will not go down the wrong road. Are you
laughing at these people in the chat room. Go ahead.
And I'm sitting here talking deep right now. And y'all sitting here talking about backgrounds.
What you talking about?
Y'all talking about graphics and backgrounds. What's going on around here? That's a distraction. I'm trying to be successful right now, and this background is a distraction, Ace.
I got you. Don't lose sight of where we driving.
So I'm not trying to lose sight on where we are headed, but I'm trying to tell the people.
We listening. We all ears around here.
The beautiful people out there right now.
I'm all ears. I'm listening.
That our marriage had to go through things.
Rocky bumps.
We had to go through things in order to be successful today. So if we had given up and quit, we wouldn't have our family that we have now.
Facts.
You know, I wouldn't have my 3-year-old son. You know, I wouldn't have, you know, the relationship and the bond that I have with my husband now. Because, you know, we had to go through those things. So if we didn't stick it in there and fight together, and we didn't go through those rough patches and deal with the distractions and deal with the haters and deal with the people in and out of our circle and in and out of supporting us and our ventures and us growing as separate people, we didn't have to go. If we didn't go through those things, we wouldn't be who we are today. So keep that in mind. When you want to be successful in life, it's always going to be something that comes up. So if you want to be successful in your business, you know, I can speak from the aspect of giving up, because I let those things, I wasn't passionate about it from the get-go. But if it's something that I'm really passionate about, something that I really want, make sure that's something that you're really passionate about.
True.
Because then you'll suffer. You'll go through it, and it'll mean something in the end. It doesn't matter who's there for you or not. If you really want to do it, at the end of the day, it's going to pay off.
One thing I wanted to mention, I want to ask you a question. Check this out. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just a little geekish right now. So, it ain't nothing, wrong with playing around a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Later on, we'll get a little backseat action in the car. You feel me? I'm just messing with you.
See how big my eyes can get?
I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing, man. What's up, Doug? But check it out. If what's up, Munchie? I want to ask you a question. When I had my business and I was working my business.
Where Munchie at?
She's the devil. What is that?
Oh, she the devil?
Yeah, the black devil.
Oh, black devil. Oh, okay.
All right. So, question: when I was working, doing my job, doing my business, was that difficult for you? And I want to give the people that's listening, I want to give them a chance to understand the road we had to walk when I had doing my business plus a full-time job and cutting hair all at the same time. What kind of strain did that put on you? Was it stressful for you? Like, I want them to understand how we made it through those period of times when I had my business, when I had the houses, when I doing all of this at the same time, y'all. No lie. When I was working at my houses, people would call me when things needed to be fixed. I had to stop, go cut hair, get off in the morning, cut hair, like literally with 1 hour of sleep, going back to work, back and forth, and I did all of this. So I had almost 3 different things I was venturing in at the same time. I want to know, because I asked this question, but maybe somebody out there want to know, how was it on you as a wife, a young wife at that? How was it on you?
Well, in some years within that, I was working also. But when you talking about when I wasn't working or when I was home?
Like when you was home and I was doing all of those jobs at the same time.
Oh, yeah, it was frustrating at times. Sometimes I would, sit back and have to think in my mind, okay, it's going to pay off. I would have to think of the bigger picture. I would have to look at where we're trying to go and not so much focus on what's happening right now. So I had to constantly put that in my mind, like, okay, this is only temporary. You know, he's going to be gone these many hours a day only for this amount of time. And then I would try to talk to you about it and say, okay, I know you got all this going on, but you got to designate some time for me. You know, like, don't leave me out. I know you're doing this for me. Yeah, yeah, I know, yeah. This is for the family, yeah. But don't forget that I'm still here in the process, you know. So, I had to constantly remind you, you know, that, that I'm still here, you know, and I still have needs, and I still you have to do things other than just work, you know, because at a certain level, you're doing it for me, but I'm not getting instant gratification from it. It's something that's going to benefit us in the long run. It may, you bringing that money home, you know, at the end of the week, or you bring the money home monthly or whatever, however it comes, you know. In that meantime, I have to keep focused, like, okay, it's going to pay off, you know, eventually. So a lot of keeping myself busy, you know, stuff that I like to read. At that time, I was writing, you know, writing a lot, you know, and raising the children. So they were a good distraction, you know, raising the boys, you know. But it was a great experience for both of us. It taught us a lot about ourselves, you know, and anything is possible. You know, you're never too young, you're never too old to follow your dreams and venture and do new things. Like, be the person that just goes for it. You know what I'm saying? What do you have to lose? If you don't succeed, try again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I feel.
And a lot of times, people don't know the stress and the struggle that goes into a particular thing that you do until you actually get into it. Like, I didn't realize that it would be such a heavy burden on my back with my own business and cutting hair and my full-time job that I currently do now. Like, I never really associated the two being, or the three being as stressful as it was. I just knew I would have to stretch myself quite a bit, but mentally having to be able to remember family, all these three things at the same time, still try to keep a spiritual life, serving God, all of this at the same time. People say, well, how did you do that? Like, it seems impossible. And I would have people tell me, there's no way I could do what you're doing. There's no way I would have been able to carry that many different things at one time. But I tell you this. With me venturing out doing this, it showed me what I was made of. Like, having my different businesses, cutting hair, doing all these different things, it showed me what I really had in me. You understand? Like, it was such an eye-opener to me that I could not dispute the type of talent I had in me. Whether somebody told me or not, with me doing these different things at all at one time. Now, I had to budget different things. Like, I had to take, you know, my vacations like I needed to. I had to do different little things to kind of like make sure I had enough rest in between, you know, because most of the time I would even sleep in my truck, sleep in my car, go from one thing to the next. When I had barber's appointments, I would have to sleep in the shop, wake up, cut hair, go back. Like, it was so much I had to do to kind of get myself moving along. It was not easy, but it showed me exactly what I was made of. So now that I'm not actually currently doing all of those multiple things, I still have somewhat my business. I still do it, but I'm not full-time in those particular businesses. Now I just do it on a need-to-do basis. If I need to do it, I'll do it. Now, that's the good thing about having your own business. You set your rules and you set the mandates to what you want to do because it's your business. You don't have to answer to anybody. But yes, I got a full-time job, and yes, I do other things, but still in all, I call the shots. Now, if I want an appointment to cut hair, I just go cut hair. If I got an appointment to go do some work on somebody's house, I let them know what time I'm going to be there to start the work. And I have an end goal to complete the work. That's the good thing about having your own businesses. So what we're doing today, we're just encouraging people who have no doubt, Zeus is Flippy. I'm encouraging people who have the fortitude or the mind to want to move forward with some business ideas. And I'm telling you right now is the time to do it. Don't wait. Don't wait. They got government things that can help you, government plans that can help you, government funded things that can help you and assist into what you want to do as far as starting your own business. But right now is the time that you do these things. Don't wait. Don't let time go by. If you're going to do it, if you're going to write a book, life and the challenges of life, that's a book right there. If you want to start off with a small book to write, just to see what kind of talent you have, do that. Do that. Do that. Don't let the time pass you by before you venture out to do something that you know you're capable of doing and that you always wanted to do. You got to put your foot forward to do it, guys. You got to. And I'm only saying this from an entrepreneur aspect of it. Once you actually get involved, once you actually do it, time will pass by, and when you look back at it, you'll see you'll be so you'll have the gratitude of appreciation that you listen to what you wanted to do. You listen to your own mind because it'll come to pass.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think someone told me the other day that in Baltimore, it's like in the marketing, in the real estate, it's like really good to buy houses right now in Baltimore, Maryland, and like they're selling dirt cheap. Like it's really a good time for people to get houses, even if they don't want to live in them. Just flip them, do some work in them and flip them, and it's a good time to get into real estate or doing something with homes,
right?
Because a lot of people are doing that now, and it's a living in it if you really want to take the time to do it, so it's so many different things out there. I have a couple of businesses in mind for myself that I want to start to venture in, because I'm very talented when it comes to cooking, and I really don't want to go into like the restaurant world. Like I don't really want to like have my own restaurant, because I know a few people, I have a few friends that have their own restaurant here in Baltimore, and they are very successful, but it's very hard. And if my passion is cooking, but it's really geared toward my family, and I'm really good at it. Like, and so many people that taste my food want me to sell it, they want to buy it, and all of that kind of stuff, and I'm an expert in certain areas, but I want to grow. It's always room to grow, and that's what I want to do, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with that gift, because I really don't want to open up a restaurant. I really don't want to be in a hot kitchen. My hair can't be cute, can't be done. I mean, some of my friends that have restaurants, they look cute, makeup always on fleek, they always nice looking, but I don't know how they do it. I guess they get to a point where they have other people cooking for them,
right?
And they just use their recipes, So if I could do it like that, just have somebody cooking for me and just using my recipes, that might be something that I may be interested in. But I really want to enhance my craft. I really want to, because I know I have talent when it comes to cooking. I have talent when it comes to singing. I have talent when it comes to writing. So many different things that I want to eventually do. So I'm trying to figure it out in the business aspect of it,
right?
And not just giving all of my talents away for free, like just doing everything for people for favors,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I sing at funerals, and I haven't done weddings, I don't think, but it's mainly been funerals, and you don't want to charge people when it comes to funerals. You want to kind of, because they're mourning, you don't want to.
Go ahead.
You don't want. That's distracting.
Somebody put Baltimore police, hey, Ace, license and registration insurance. We got an eye on you.
Okay, you gonna pay attention to.
I'm sorry. No, I was listening. No, it's not trolls.
How you know it ain't no
They
troll?
being funny. Come on, Booba, go ahead. That's really funny. I like that. Go ahead, I'm listening. Man.
Yeah, okay. I lost my train of thought.
I'm
but
sorry.
That's all I had to say.
But I want to say with that, even with her goals, I'm gonna tell you one thing. She wasn't really excited about me getting these houses when I got them, cause it you know I just came home one day and was like, yeah, you know, I'm looking to get another house, and she was looking at me like I was crazy, but you know, after a while, she was in full swing in support of what I wanted to do. So I want to say this: being a great support can help further the goals of whoever you're supporting. Support is very, 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 very much so needed. A lot of people don't understand that when you give the right amount of support to an individual, that can help catapult more ideas for what they want to do. Idea.
Ideas. Yes.
Ideas.
Yes,
She hate when I put the R on it. Okay. Idea.
No, don't say it like that.
I'm just saying the idea of things.
Okay, ideas.
Anyway,
Okay.
see, that's distracting. But it'll help further the goals of their mind and help them move along faster to doing better things and adding more things onto the thoughts that they have to build something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that helps. So people don't understand when you give the right amount of support, it helps people move forward. You feel me? It helps people move forward. It helps people get to the next level of where they need to be. And I think personally, with the support of my wife, I was able to say, I want to do this now. I want to do that now. Since I knew that I had the right amount of support behind me, I was able to go do more things. I want to give a shout out to my man Kane. Kane, that's in the chat. He had got a motorcycle trailer, and that's what he used to haul our bikes around and stuff like that. But he said, not only that, I'm going to just open up a little small business and just, you know, whoever might need their bikes transported, or if a bike break down, I can go pick bikes up and transport. He turned that into a business. You see what I'm saying? He used what he already had to turn that into a business. That's smart. That's smart. That thinking right there, that's very, very smart. He turned that into a business. So he said, I got the stuff right here to make my own business. See, a lot of times people think that they need so much to get a business created. See, businesses are started small, and then once you get into it and begin to add on, it becomes big. But a lot of people can't see that. A lot of people, what they do is they think they got to go get thousands and thousands of dollars to create a business. Some people started some kitchens right out of their kitchen. They started some great businesses right out of their kitchen. They might have started with, you know, selling dinners and people supporting them selling the dinners. You know, my wife, every Christmas and Thanksgiving, she sell pies. People put orders in selling pies and all this kind of stuff. You feel me? She sell pies and do different things. You know, wifey had to go we pulled to a rest stop, all right? So wifey had to go to the restroom. She pulled to the rest stop. Pulled to the rest stop. All right? Pulling over to the rest stop, y'all. But she's selling pies and cooking pies. You feel me? That's something that she created into a small business. Yeah, her pies are good, man. So you don't know what you can do unless you take what you got, work with it until you can be bigger and greater at what you're doing. Don't just say you need to have this substantial amount of stuff in order to be big at what you're doing. You can take the little you got and create big out of it. You understand what I'm saying? You can take the small things and create big. But as long as you put your foot forward and do that, you'll be big at what you're doing. You know? Doug said, Ace, I think you're my barber. He says, laughing out loud, my barber and wife does the same thing. And I don't know, I just can't. I don't know. That's just in me, bro. That's in me to think like that, to be like that. These type of things are in me, man, because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm a visionalist at heart. When I see things, I envision what it can be, not what it should be. I'll take a little and make big out of it. And that's how I always been. I always would take something small and create something big out of it. And I'm a big thinker. And a lot of people, if they stop thinking so close-minded and stop thinking that any one person could stop them from doing something, they can achieve the highest heights of heights. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just stop thinking small, if you think big, trust whoever God you subscribe to, and even if you don't subscribe to a God, still think big, because you never know what'll come and land in your lap. It's just taking what you have, working with it, and applying it. I got my road dog with me. She back. Queen Road Dog C.
And put the mic back over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Got the mic way over there. I'm back.
I don't want no trouble.
I'm in mommy mode. Sorry, y'all. Let me get back.
Hitting on a brother. Stop hitting on me.
No, they just acting up.
Fighting on a brother. Trying to drive now. But anyway, so keeping in mind, taking those small things and creating something big. Creating something big. You know, I'm a jack of all trades and master of none. If I say I want to do it, I try to do it. You know,
Master of none.
a master of none. A jack of all trades and master of none. You know, I haven't mastered any one thing but cutting hair in my
That's not
carpentry. But a lot of other stuff I just do it, but doesn't mean
You are a master at your carpentry,
of course.
cutting hair.
Love it.
Okay, and your job.
That too, yes.
So,
But all the other stuff I tried to do,
what all of us other stuff?
when I was trying to do MMA and was getting black eyes
Oh,
and,
well,
and
that kind of stuff. But you know, you have like so many areas where you are successful, so you can't say master none.
well,
That's a big difference.
but that's a cliche people
Well,
use.
don't use that one, because that's not a good one. That's not a good cliche. Okay? Anyway.
All right.
Because I'm just saying, no. That's for somebody, like I was saying, that start everything and never finish it. That ain't it. That's not you.
All right, Doug, old peace, man. But what I really, really, really think, I think that people, when we condition our mind to want to do bigger and better things will be attracted to us.
Yeah?
I wholeheartedly believe that. Mm-hmm. Get with me on that, y'all. When you think bigger and better will come to you. It's like the law of attraction. You know? Things will come to you, you'll move forward, and life will present its own opportunities for you. Stop thinking that any one race or any one particular person can stop you from being the best you want to be.
Selfie break.
Ain't no selfies. Pay attention to the road.
Selfie break. That's what I do when we're in the car for real.
I-95 coming up. We need to get off
That's
on
what
that
I
exit
did.
right there.
Oh, I see a deer.
Ain't no deer.
That's what I do when we're in the car for real.
Ain't no deer. But so I'm just saying to you people out there, we have to think big. On the road to success, whatever that means to you, be in pursuit of that. You know, on the road to success, whatever direction you want to go in, whatever direction you're trying to move in, let that be, you know, let that be something where you're going to hold on to until you cannot progress no more. That is your main objective in life, whatever it may be, is to put your best foot forward until you can't do no more. Don't wait until time passes you by. Don't wait until you get older where you're not really limbo or more, when you don't have the energy to want to do these things. Do it now while you're youthful and young. Do it now while your mind is sharp. When you got motivation to do these type of things, whatever it may be. Don't let the moment pass you by before it's time for you to move forward in life to do what you want to do. If you want to be successful, you got to put your hand to the plow and you got to keep it moving.
Yes.
You got to keep it moving.
Absolutely.
Success is in the eyes of the beholder. Start off small, create big.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Yes.
If you want to sell lemonade, build your stand, sell lemonade at your stand.
And those people that are out there that are inspiring rappers and singers and musicians, and you're not getting your foot in the door, well, it's good to have other people like Logic. I like what he does on his platform sometimes when he have other people, displaying their talents and things like that. And that's something that I would like Ace to start doing. Like, if we could later on have some people display some of their talents.
Exactly.
Now some of the things that we don't really rock with is a lot of profanity. But if the message is really good, is empowering, nothing about shooting and killing or nothing like that. But if you have really, really good talent, that's something that I wouldn't mind doing in the future.
Right.
Because it's so hard nowadays. I mean, if you have a plan B and a plan C, that's great. But if that's something that you really know that you were put here on this earth to do, don't stop. Don't stop, regardless to what other people may say, how many no's you may get, how many I'm not right now, that's not my thing, whatever excuses people may have. You could be not popular with a certain genre, crowd of people, certain race, whatever. Some people might not like rap, but there's other ways around it. You go to the next person. Don't harp on the nose. Don't get down and depressed and talk about giving up or change who you are. Maybe I should do it this way. Maybe I should do it that way. Don't do that. Stick to what your goal is, what your dream is, and do not stop. And that goes for my husband as well. Do not stop. Right. I was not 100% down with YouTube because it was when you don't know and you're ignorant to things and you really don't know. It's some good to it and there's some bad to it. Right. But we're here to entertain only the good. And when it comes to certain things, I just don't want to be a part of. And I'm just telling my husband to look ahead. The road is in front of you. Don't look back. Don't look to the side. Keep looking forward. Because whatever it is that you want, whatever your goal is, whatever your heart desire, if you stick to it from what you started for, then it's going to come to pass. So just don't stop. Just don't stop. Enough people not watching. Enough people don't like what you're saying. Enough people not clicking the like button. That's all distractions.
Facts.
It doesn't, at the end of the day, it's not going to stop if you don't let it. It's not going to stop you if you don't let it. Eventually, somebody's going to watch that really likes what you're saying. One day, you're going to get that person, that's going to say, hey, I know this person, I know that person. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's going to be watching one day. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you,
regardless to whatever comes.
That's what's up, man. And to answer Zeus's Flippy, yes, I can cut hair. Went to barber school, cut in the barber shop for like years. And so my 4 boys definitely don't have to worry about no haircuts because that's, they try to stay fresh every week. Dag ain't cut my hair, dag ain't cut my hair, dag ain't cut my hair. They love to be tightened up, man. They in high school now, man. Trust me, them boys love to get that hair done. They like to be fresh. I know how to do just about any style you can think of. I used to cut Jewish people hair too. I used to cut the little pixie tails and cut the little hair, man. So, yeah, I can do a lot. I'm very talented in that area, and also building. But I did want to piggyback just for a second off of my wife and just say that, when you lose sight of the goal, then it's more hard to reach. It's like you gotta keep the goal in front of you, even if you gotta write it down and put it on your bed or on a sticky note beside your dresser, just so you can see that goal every single day. Just so you can keep that goal in front of you. Whatever way you need to keep that goal fresh in your mind and right before your face, do that. Because it keeps it closer in your reach. The more you keep your goal in a distance, it'll be hard to reach. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with writing your goals down and keeping it somewhere where you can see it. Because it's what it is, it's mentally motivating you. It's a mental motivation to say, you know what? That's my goal, and I can't forget it. So I got to continue trying to reach my goal, whatever the goal is.
Right.
You know, people can find things in their own household to do. You know, that's why I like the TV show Shark Tank. I know y'all know about it. Shark Tank, you know, is people's inventions. They're going on there with different little things, no matter how crazy it seems, no matter how weird the inventions are. They go on there and trying their luck. But, you know, some people have made a success out of just trying their luck with some things they created around the house, you know, and became millionaires. Right. So I don't think you can be stopped by any person or anything. I think it's just the amount of energy and time you're willing to put into it. Right. See, a lot of people don't look at that. A lot of people don't look at that. Now they think that YouTube is the next sensation to become rich. Now they think that getting on Basketball Wives and Housewives of Atlanta is the way to get rich. Those things are not the way. Those people have lives before they even got to that particular point. And if you look at some of their older pictures, they were beats and bums. A lot of them didn't have nothing going for them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it has to be a starting point.
Yeah.
And if your starting point is starting off with whatever you have, do that, so your business can mature to be what you want it to be, not what somebody else says it should be.
Right.
You dig? Anything else, Queen T?
You dig?
Anything else? Hit a note for the people. We cruising. Just sing one. Say, baby, let's cruise.
No.
Away.
You can do
Come
that.
on.
You can play all
Come
day,
on like
but
Michael
if somebody
Jackson.
say I can't sing, I'm gonna get offended.
Come on like
Not
Michael
even
Jackson.
doing
Come
it.
on. Come
Not
on.
even doing it.
Come on. Come on. Just hit one note. Just
No.
say la 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 la.
No.
You know you can sing. You'll
No.
tear this mic up. Come
So,
on, girl.
I'm not doing it. No.
La 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 la
I
la.
might play a recording, but that's as far as
Oh,
it goes.
here we go.
Not doing it live. No. I'll play a recording for y'all one day, but I will not be on here singing live. Not.
C,
See.
Queen C,
See.
ABC, what you
ABC.
doing? But anyway, so I think that's pretty much what we'll have to talk about today. We just wanted to motivate you guys on your road to success, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Your success is in your eyes. You're the beholder of how the success in your life should be. So as we journey in this life, keep your goals in front of you. Keep success on your mind. And let's groove down a highway to success. Grooving, we gotta move. Grooving, we gotta move to the road to success.
Oh, that's the theme.
That's our theme song. Moving, you got to move. Moving to the road to success.
And I won't sing none of it.
And by this time, if we really was in the car, which we do, geek like this, we be swerving everywhere, hitting the
No,
side of the
we
little
do
bumps
not
on the road.
swerve
Get on the road.
everywhere.
I'm all right. I'm singing.
No, don't bump the road.
I'm just messing with you. But nah, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing to Ace Corner Talk. If you have not subscribed, press the like button.
Yes,
Subscribe, press the like
y'all.
button. Subscribe, press the like 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 button. Uh-oh. Subscribe, press. Subscribe and press the like button. Thank you for all of your time that you put into being with Ace Corner Talk and Queen C. We appreciate you, love you, and thank you for all the support.
Music in my head.
Come back at any time and be a part of this channel. We try to do great things for people who are on their road to success. and we appreciate the time and energy you put in investing into Aces Corner Talk. A small part of your day, we appreciate it because it goes a long ways. Thank you for the support. We love you. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Munchie. Thanks to Zeus's Flippy. Thanks, Kane. Thanks, who was that? Shots Fired. Thanks to Being Yourself. Thanks to everyone that always come through and makes Aces Corner Talk what it should be, which is a successful broadcast channel for those who are out here grinding and putting in that work. Peace, and we out. One love.
Peace.
Peace.